You're 18 years old. Have you been to prison before?
No.
Mr. Romero, do you want to take a guess what in God's name they would do to you in prison? You have had already in September, you get on probation. 3 months later, they file a motion to revoke your probation. They keep you on your probation. They extend, or they did whatever they were going to do. And now 2 months to 3 months later, you're back yet on another revocation. Do you have any clue what they would do to you in prison? You and your 18-year-old self. Do you know what they do to 18-year-olds in our Texas prisons? Take a guess what they do to 18-year-old kids in prison. Take a guess. I read stuff that had me damn near in tears because it was so bad what they do to.
An 18-year-old defendant faces harsh warnings from the judge after repeated probation violations. The courtroom grows tense as the judge describes the brutal reality of Texas prisons, urging the teenager to change his path before it is too late. Fear, consequences, and tough justice dominate the emotional hearing today.
Certain people, when they go to Texas prison in Huntsville, they literally treat you like a freaking rag doll, pass around like it's a freaking cigarette. You are chattel, meaning a piece of property. That's only the half of what they do to little young children in Texas prisons. You have now are on your second motion to revoke. It's only a matter of time before they say, you know what, this little dude don't get it. Let's send his ass to prison for 3 years. When that happens, you'll be crying for mommy and daddy. And if you don't believe me, start asking the people in jail. They'll tell you. I'm happy to roll it whatever you want, Jillian.
Let's do that. Thank
If
you,
you want to
Judge.
do a week, 2 weeks, whatever you want.
That's
But
fine.
get a clue before it becomes too late and you become a piece of chattel. Okay.
All right, sir. Oh, it's okay.
Mr. Thurman, you're back. Okay. So I told you before, two of my main concerns are, or my two main concerns are, number one, are you going to go back to the jurisdiction that where you're wanted from? And number two, most importantly, are you a danger to my public? I take public, safety. It's as important as my hair. You know what I mean? It's that important, right? Because I don't want anything to happen out there with my name attached to a bond. I try everything in my power to ensure that everybody's protected. And I see that you're wanted for a really serious case. It's an armed robbery, right? I mean, that's what you're wanted for. There's no denying it. That's what it says on the paperwork.
He's on lifetime probation in Michigan.
Lifetime, there's such a thing as lifetime probation?
There is.
Yes.
Whoa.
So that Kate, well, I'll let you do the talking.
No, he did his time and he got out and lifetime probation out of Michigan. So that's what's happened. I believe it got.
So how on what would, aside from like a murder case,
So he was
what
charged
would
with
garner?
murder twice, along with 2 armed robberies.
I wasn't charged twice for no murder.
It just shows up.
It just shows up
Oh, I was
twice.
about to say, I wasn't charged
Murder
twice.
along with armed robbery or aggravated robbery in our jurisdiction. He's placed on probation. Since that time, he's been charged in our jurisdiction with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and felon possession of a weapon. In those, he had bond conditions when it started off, where he was ordered to have a GPS monitor. He has had multiple curfew violations on top of that noted. And so I do believe he's a safety risk, because even with literally an ankle monitor.
The case shifts to another defendant accused of armed robbery and multiple probation violations. Prosecutors argue he is a serious danger to public safety due to missed curfews, weapon-related charges, and repeated bond violations. Despite strict monitoring, authorities believe he continues ignoring court conditions and poses both safety and flight risks.
He doesn't follow court conditions. And so I believe he is a safety and flight risk. And the fact that there was a weapon involved with multiple witnesses, some of them children, even threatening to murder them, is that I would be opposed to a bond being set. Also, it should be noted that because of the way the probation was transferred, I can't confirm, so I can't approach on it yet. But from what I see on the system is that he moved the probation to Texas, which means there's an ICA, but I don't have the documents, which is why I can't present them. If there's an ICA hold, he's ineligible for a bond because that's an ICA hold. I don't have it, which is why I can't say, but if I get the documents.
Interstate compact agreement.
I understand. May I speak, Your Honor?
Of course.
Okay. After we talking about the probation, I'm at the probation, the GPS curfew wise, my judge knows all that was going on. So he knows every information and why I've been late. I have evidence of why I'm late. So he knows everything that's going on with my GPS.
You're not supposed to be late.
He knows why though. So
I understand.
that. That's why he said, okay, it's fine. So he said it was fine.
Quick question, is it a motion to adjudicate?
Well, no, it's still an open case. It's not under probation, but you're just asking if they do a bond violation report. They did on November 1st, 2024. They filed a motion to revoke.
Oh, so it's recent.
It's very recent.
So they've not
this month.
heard, okay, and then so there's not been a hearing on that yet, right?
No, but that's even after they amended the order. Also, he has further bond violation reports on December 18, 2023, another one on November 28, 2023, and that's after they amended it twice. One moment. So he seems to be agreeing with this. So the fact that he has 3 violations on top of having lifetime probation and a possible ICA, obviously, I'm still opposed for him.
Why are you on lifetime probation?
That's the way they set it up as. I took the plea deal.
What are you on probation for?
The armed robbery conspiracy coming armed robbery. I did 5.5 years. Came home off lifetime probation. And to continue what I was saying, I'm a threat to. A flight risk. I can't be a flight risk. Every court that they set, I came every single time. Every court that Michigan have set, I flew out there every single time. I knew I was getting locked up Monday. They told me that Thursday. I still showed up to court and got locked up. So there's no flight risk in this whatsoever. If I'm been showing up every single time.
And you may be showing up, but at the end of the day, you continue to do what you want to do without regard to bond conditions.
And what do you mean by that, Your Honor?
Meaning that they put you a GPS monitor, and they give you a curfew.
Yes.
And you don't abide by the curfew.
I was working, Your Honor. That's why the judge has stated, because they had my probation curfew time I forgot what time it had as. But I had started my new job because I came, got locked up, lost my other job. He said, okay, the violation he's talking about, I came into court and talked to the judge, and he extended my.
The defendant defends himself, explaining that work responsibilities caused his curfew violations and claiming the judge already approved his explanations. He insists he has always appeared in court, even when facing arrest. The hearing becomes a debate between accountability, rehabilitation, and whether the justice system should offer another second chance.
Like curfew, it's like, okay, you've been working, so yes, I have documentation of new work. So I'll show all my documentation and you say, okay, so the stuff he's mentioning violations for, they already been taken care of. So he's not stating that either. He said 2023 is, obviously I'm still free, right or wrong. I'm still free. That means he's seen all the paperwork. I came with legit paperwork.
And that's kind of where I was coming from at it. If it's a lifetime probation and it's curfew violations that he's still out, my speculation would be that he was able to make an explanation to the judge, and that's why he's not been revoked. So he's still here. As to the underlying charge, it's still a charge and that's what it is. Like he said, he turned himself in on Thursday knowing that he was going to get arrested and held. And so I'm sure that Michigan it's a probation violation because of the underlying charges. And plus, that's where that